Good morning. It's daily vlogging time. Before the day is started, I like to just start with a little anime. So I'm gonna watch Delicious in Dungeon and then get started with the day. I'm taking you along with me. These Griffin episodes are crazy.
I thought about using changelings for something, but I don't think it...
Oof. Or both, actually. Hi. I am mic'd up today. No surprise to anyone, but daily vlogging it's challenging. First thing I did was I went to the library. I had 2 books to return, and then we went to Costco and picked up just necessities for the house. I am having a hard time because I've switched to this toothpaste, the Youthimol, the pink original toothpaste. I love this stuff. It's actually like candy to me. And unfortunately, I've grown used to the like non-fluoride toothpaste feel. So, but I can't find it anywhere else other than Amazon. And I'm trying my darndest to not shop at Amazon, mostly because I want to like challenge my idea and like comfort when it comes to convenience, right? And I feel like Amazon Prime is like the ultimate convenience. So I simply want to challenge that. I mean, like there's far better reasons to not shop at Amazon. That's just one of the many reasons, actually the most powerful one for me, to get me to kind of rethink it. But the toothpaste is killing me. Like, I don't like Crest toothpaste. I get this from my husband, but I need to figure it out. But I'm down to, oh boy, let's see. Oh no, I'm out. I'm out. It's gonna be a sad day. So I want to try to find like a pharmacy maybe around the area that maybe carries it, so I could buy it from them instead. That would be just the ultimate test of convenience for me. So today is Tuesday, which means it's my bathroom cleaning day, but I don't want to do that right now. I'll do it later when normally when it's like after the afternoon. That's when I'm in the mood for a bathroom clean, but we'll see this again. It is finally time to clean, and I'm gonna listen to the Odyssey. I'm gonna try to clean the bathroom within the amount of time it takes to listen to book 9. Just like really quick, just keep your EDC, your Scribble Scrabble notebook close by, because like instead of getting distracted by thinking about what I need to refill in the bathroom, I just make a note that I'm running low on cotton rounds. So next time I'm at Walgreens, I could get cotton rounds. On the bottom of your toothbrush cup, just put a couple of these. Just makes it easier to clean at the end of the week. At the end of 2 weeks. That's fine. When Odysseus meets the Cyclops. Oh, it's graphic, isn't it? Before I use like the Swiffer mop or the Clorox wet wipes on the floor, I actually just throw one on here and just disinfect the walls. Do y'all do that? It makes everything smell good too. So I'm kind of doing this thing and then disinfecting the shit out of the walls. I feel like I played myself a little bit. Like similar to how Odysseus played himself while he was in the cave with that big Cyclops guy. Early in the book, you realize that Poseidon does not like Odysseus. So yeah, he played himself at the end because the Cyclops dude was like, yeah, Poseidon, if you're my father, you got to get rid of this guy. Anyway, I feel like I played myself because my computer, my computer is taking a shit. Well, actually, not my computer. That's actually kind of terrifying. Like the days of creating your own like gaming PC or just building your own PC is like, I swear to God, like it all feels made up and a complete scam. Just how difficult it is and nearly impossible to get RAM, power supplies, GPUs, if you wanted to upgrade or build a new device. Like I think we were pricing out our computers and it came out to be like several $1,000s, like tuition, college tuition. And it kind of stinks. It's just kind of a bummer that like, man, as a kid, you were able to just buy RAM and fix your family's computer when it was taking a shit or whatever. And it's kind of a bummer now. So anyway, I got to take care of my stuff because apparently it's an incredible asset. Like I know it's one of my like prized possessions, right? Like I'm a gamer. I play games on my PC. I have a decent rig here, but my UPS a couple days ago, maybe last week, gave me the EO2 error message. So that means you should probably replace it. And I was like, okay, that's a weird error message. And it did it again. And at this point, it's not even powering my PC. So I'm not going to fuck around with that. I'm going to order a new UPS. And, you know, I was talking about not shopping at Amazon earlier for toothpaste, right? And I'm trying to find a pharmacy to buy the toothpaste I really, really like. But now I'm like, cyber power, man, like I need this UPS battery backup. But, oh, let's see if Best Buy has a decently priced UPS. And it's one of those things, man, where like, just like maintaining your car, you gotta maintain your cyber power UPS. There's a cute one at Best Buy that's kind of like, that glows, but I keep my UPS behind my computer, so it's not like I could, well, it might be cute. Where else can I buy things like UPSs these days? You know, like it's not like I could go to Fry's, the Fry's in Manhattan Beach, right? Okay, but I can pick this up. Oh, pick up unavailable, of course. Shit. Okay, I'm going to buy it because it's important to me. I mean, it's important to me to have a working device. I mean, obviously I'm editing my my daily vlog videos. So shit, man. And what's up with Amazon? Why do I only have this super convenient times? You know, it's like arriving today in like 2 hours, but I can't choose lower carbon, they say. But I really need this as soon as possible. Fuck, man. And then I'm gonna order my toothpaste as well. It's just virtually impossible to find it anywhere else. So I'm gonna do that and then just continue, you know, like continue doing my thing with, you know, going to an actual drugstore to buy dryer sheets or a supermarket But I am gonna add to the cart. I'm a contradiction. I'm a contradiction. Embrace it. You're human. There's a really cute Mary Engelbrecht sticker book from Sticker Emporium. So, am I going to be naughty and add that to my cart? Yes. Yes. Come on. I mean, I'm all in, you know? Like, I'm all in. I'm going to get a UPS. I'm going to get my stupid ass toothpaste. And I'm going to get a sticker book. Because I'm a piece of shit. What can I say? Okay. So, proceed to checkout. Let's just do it so it's like out of my mind. And then hopefully this UPS doesn't take a shit on me completely. I mean, the only thing I could do right now is just plug my computer in directly into the wall, which I don't like doing because it's not like an upgraded outlet. But it's not like I'm running anything else on this side of the wall, so I should be okay. Okay, so UPS, sticker book, and toothpaste. And I have 5 packs of toothpaste before I run out again. And I have that much time to figure out an alternative. But right now, this is Pasami in a very desperate situation, placing my order so I could just move on with my day. All right, sick. Got it. Cool. Great. Fucking great. For the longest time, I wasn't really a soda girl until Freestyle, I think. Like, I go to movies. I have the AMC Movie Pass, so we watch movies a lot. And the AMC Dine-In down the street from us, it was a big deal when they installed the Freestyle machines. And so it was just a treat to just bring my soda up and be like, what delicious sugar-free soda am I going to try out today? And so ever since they had this one, the Coke Zero Sugar Cherry Float, like this was a special for the Devil Wears Prada movie. And I tried it out and I'm a big fan. I want to actually put some vanilla ice cream, like put this in a cup, and I kind of just want to add vanilla ice cream, like the picture here. Anyway, I got to decompress a little bit from the Amazon order. I did not want to do that. What a shitty necessary evil. Okay, what else is on my list today? Okay, bathroom done. Honestly, I do have a chore like routine. I'm not it's not a big deal if I don't keep up with it. I just know that like if I skip it one week, I probably shouldn't skip it the second week around. And that's just the extent of my discipline when it comes to chores. And then I would like to actually decompress right now. I actually do feel a little crazy from doing that because I don't shop at Amazon. So I'm feeling a little crazy, not gonna lie. It's like I broke a streak, but a streak that I didn't feel like breaking. And I'll explain. Last week, I broke up with my Apple Watch officially. I'm now wearing a Casio watch, and it's kind of made me unreachable. That's the only thing that I'll say is I've missed a call from important people in my life because I was just locked in doing other stuff outside of my phone. Because I don't feel connected to it without my Apple Watch, you know? So it's the best thing I've ever done, but I did break a streak. I had a move streak. On the Apple Watch, you have your activity rings, and I had a move streak of 924 days of completing my move ring, which I'm very, very proud of. But I'm at the point where like tracking my steps on my workouts, it's not it's not part of, like, I'm not in an acclimation phase anymore. I'm fully integrated, or being an active person is fully integrated in my life, I feel. So, I go on my walks in the morning, I go on my walks in the evening. I have a pretty like solid strength training program that I came up with myself, like just kind of based on what I like to do and what feels good, which is literally like 10, 16-minute workouts every single day. And even if I skip a workout, like I don't feel terrible about it. Like I don't have heavy resistance when I kind of bounce back, to my routines. There's like not a heavy like resistance weighing me down to get back to my routine. And honestly, you can't track that in an app. You can't track that kind of discipline on a watch. And I just thought it was a little redundant. I didn't need to know if I met my move goal, because I just know by nature of what I do every single day, I was meeting my move goal. So it's been really nice. It's been really, really nice to feel like I can leave my phone in another room, and I just feel kind of disconnected, which is wonderful. And I think like it only adds and enriches like this experience, right? Like this, like vlogging and creating content, it kind of enriches this experience because it's not just an extension of me being tied to my phone all the time for entertainment. I just feel like I've been kind of leading up to this for a very long time, to be more disconnected to, I guess like disconnected is the wrong word. It's just less connected, like I love being online, like I love existing on that plane, but I love existing in the real world as well. Um, so anyway, I do need to decompress, and what better way to decompress than to catch up with some junk journaling? So let's do that. So I would say a couple things to make the junk journaling experience comfortable is maybe there's a couple of things. One, of course, you have to have a comfort drink. I talked about this already. Have a timer of some sort. I use the Pomodoro cube. I'm pretty sure I got this from Amazon. But I just set it to 25 minutes or 50 minutes. I'm going to do a whole 50-minute chunk right now because I need it. That way I'm making the session intentional, and the evening doesn't just run away for me. There are times where I allow that, but if it's just a moment of decompressing, then 50 minutes is fine. Keep your everyday carry. I use this cloth and paper traveler's notebook for everything. But the main notebook that I want just kind of opened on the side here is my my scribble scrabbles. So that is a notebook where you're literally writing whatever. So if something comes to mind that like interrupts this junk journaling session, I know that I could just really quickly write it down here. So earlier when I was cleaning up the bathroom, I realized I had a couple of bathroom refills that I needed. Actually, I just needed one. I just needed more cotton rounds. Eventually, I want to say like I might run out next week. And then I made a note for repair. I need to caulk the corner, the counter. But I made a note there because I clean my bathroom every other Tuesday. Like I clean that bathroom. That's in the main primary bathroom. I clean that one every other Tuesday. So I just make a note here so that the next time I clean the bathroom, I'll be ready. I'll have my caulk gun. And then even at that point, if I don't have it, it's perfectly fine. I just need it somewhere so that I know like this is just something I have to do. But during your creative sessions, it's nice to just have a notebook on the side here so that as you're kind of in a flow state, if something interrupts your flow state, you can just write it down here, and that way it's out of your mind. That works for me. And then I also have a notebook for like ideas. So like even when I'm, in a really good creative flow state and I have like a creative idea or an idea to like build something, anything, any of my $10 ideas, I call it, I'll just throw it in my ideas notebook. But that's why I want this close by. The other tool I like is a bag hanger. I actually just got this. And for the longest time, I was using this as a bag hanger. And I'm pretty sure I got both solutions from Daiso. Like Daiso has everything, right? But this is kind of silly. This is more for like hanging like art. And I got a proper bag hanger because if you watched my other video where I did some junk journaling, I always have some kind of paper bag nearby. This time it's my flax pen to paper bag. And this is where I've been just stashing all of my ephemera. So this is my source. I'm so excited. This is my source. This is where I'm going to be pulling stuff so I could throw in my junk journal. But now I have this hanger, a proper hanger, so I could kind of hang the bag on the side here. So I have like quick access to my ephemera. I have my totes with all of my tools. I'm set. Let's just get into it. I would normally listen to some music on my computer or like watch some Dungeons and Dragons. What is it? Dropout. If you're not subscribed to Dropout, I highly recommend it. They have all of the like Brendan Lee Mulligan shows, like the Dimension 20 shows, and I find it like really good background entertainment while I do some scrapbooking or junk journaling. So yeah, let's just do 50 minutes, and then I'm sure I have to edit this video so I can upload it tomorrow for our first day of 31 days of no audible yawn. So I don't know, it's kind of exciting. I'm excited. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh my God. So I made the coolest, check this shit out. What is this? It's a cornbread mix traveler's notebook that I made. Oh, what are these books? Oh, just watercolor inserts that I bounded together during one of my creative sessions. This is one of my favorite things right now. And then I put a little charm. But ever since I got that laminator, so Olga, she has an amazing video. I mean, she has a whole series of videos to like spruce up the functionality and romanticize your Filofax. So in one of her videos, she uses a laminator to create dashboards. And I was so inspired that I got a laminator. And of course, there's so many crafty projects that you can do with a laminator. Creating your own traveler's notebook was one of them. So I needed a location where I could practice my watercolors on the go, of course. Like I had a kind of dinky little a little watercolor notebook that I would bring everywhere. But this is cool because it's a traveler's notebook solution. So once I'm done just kind of messing around with watercolors, I could just replace these notebooks and continue to use this wonderful cornbread mix that I got from Trader Joe's. It is my favorite cornbread mix, and I hate that sometimes it's sold out because people know how delicious and easy it is to make this cornbread, but I'm obsessed with this. So I got extra scrap paper. I actually want to make a bookmark out of the side of the boxes and do something interesting here. So maybe a bookmark for the notebook. I don't know. I'm obsessed. And something else I was thinking about was getting like a little like a, you know how cloth and paper, they have this metal piece. You could buy this on Etsy. Like I saw like pieces like this on Etsy or hardware shops. So I'm thinking of maybe getting something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be hardware for the edges of traveler's notebooks. Like maybe you could just, I don't know, like just go to the hardware store and find something where you could just clip right here, right? I'm feeling so good about this. Why did I pull this out? Oh yeah, because I found this extra scrap. So this is another project, and I have a Notion database of projects that I could just kind of pull from. So that's one of them, like cornbread bookmark. So I don't forget. So I don't want to make that right now, but I'm just kind of pulling some scraps. I have, yeah, like from pages. What else? I think that's all from this tiny, tiny folio. I have a folio here that I use for like small scraps, and then I have the bag separate for like my bigger like ephemera and scraps that I could use for junk journaling. Okay, so that's that. Let me just put this away. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry, I can't stop. I can't stop. Strawberry vanilla yogurt pretzels. I actually don't, I'm not in love with this one. This was actually the first traveler's notebook that I made from a laminated piece of cardboard. Oh, I put cash in it. Just kidding. This is actually origami. But I just threw in some sketchbooks in here, and I like stapled some ribbons and stuff. Like this was one of my traveler's notebook folios that I was just kind of practicing on. Like I was trying to make like a thicker like folder, but I just had a lot of fun with this. I don't have a function for this just yet though. So whereas the cornbread traveler's notebook definitely have a function for that. That's my watercolor. This one is just fun. This one's just fun, you guys. Like, guys, I can't stop. And like, hold on, I'm gonna have to show you the one I made my husband. Are you ready? It's a Noah's Traveler's Notebook. Do you live? Do you live? Hello? My husband's been, he's been drawing. He's been kind of working on his creative endeavors as well. So every day since January 1st, he's been sketching. And it's something that he's done just in his younger years as a teenager in college and whatnot. But as an adult, he is now picking up his sketching hobby and skills and really enriching that. But I was like, well, let me make you a traveler's notebook so you could take your sketching on the go. He normally does like digital sketching. So I just grabbed this notebook that I used. Like I cut out some of the used pages, and this is from Daiso. It's like a solid like A6 notebook, and then I put some like goodies in here. So like this is one of the papers one of the pages from that memo pad that I got from Flax Pen to Paper. And then he has the sticker in the back of his phone of our baby. This is Pearl. So every time it like gets all dingy, I print out a new one for him. And then, do you guys ever do this? Get just like sticker sheets and make custom sticker sheets for your friends and family. So I made a custom sticker sheet for him, and I put it in this notebook. So I can't stop when I show this to him. I'm like, here, this is for your sketching hobby. And Noah's Bagels, the best bagels in town. Honestly, because I don't know any other bagel shop over here, but Noah's. Like, there's another creator, Pen Meets World. He's incredible. He does a lot of DIY videos on how to create your own like pocket notebooks, and he has really great challenges on like if you're journaling for the first time. So if you need like prompts for your daily journaling, he would provide that, and he'll also share his own like journey and using journaling as a tool for reflection and discovering more about yourself. But he's also incredibly creative, and he uses like cardboard, like from like I want to say like beer boxes and like cereal boxes and stuff like that. So I was incredibly inspired by him. So now when I see like trash, right, I'm like, this isn't trash. This is art. This is a traveler's notebook. Strawberry and vanilla pretzels. Yeah. Noah's bagels. So like now I'm like everything is art. Like this is sick. This is sick. um it's not sick as in unwell, you know what I'm saying? I'm like sick like dope. I love it. I love it. Okay. Do I have any other show and tells? Yeah, this was the first one that I made that really kicked off my creative juices in creating your own journals. This one has a purpose. I am going to use this for, I'm getting a little bit of like anxiety for like starting off this book, but this is literally going to be a book about my spring 2026. And it's dedicated to, well, it's inspired by a lot of things, but this song, Un Million de Primaveras, it's a song by Vicente Fernandez. This song is like the soundtrack of my summer, or maybe the last couple weeks of spring. So that's what I'm kind of setting this. That song is setting the tone for this notebook. So I have a list of ideas where I'm going to kind of sketch out how I want to place it here. But I'm really excited for this project. This is good. I have a weekend retreat type of thing coming up. So that's the time that I use to really dedicate myself to projects like this. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I talked about it yet on this channel or on Substack. I definitely talked about it on Substack. I wrote an article about my journey ditching my Apple Watch. I say I'm breaking up with my Apple Watch because it really does feel like that. But I wrote an entire article about that. And in my article, I mentioned a practice that me and my husband just started doing last month, where an entire weekend from like Friday, it's the first Friday of the month, from that Friday sundown to the following Saturday sundown, it's no screens for us. So it's going to be a little interesting considering I'm doing daily vlogging this month. But essentially we did that last month and it was awesome. Like it really did like unlock something in me, obviously, like ever since doing that. And there was a ton of other reasons, but like since doing that, the 24 hours of no screens and no phones and not being connected to the internet, that really pushed me to ditching my Apple Watch. There was a lot of other reasons to doing that, but the no screens one weekend was enough. Like that was enough for me. But anyway, that weekend is coming up. It's this Friday to Saturday. So that's where I'm planning to really work on this. I'm really excited. I almost don't want to give this back to my husband. But alas, I must. So I'm going to put that there and then put these boys away. And then let's continue. While I get set up here, I have a funny story. This morning, every morning I try to wake up at 6 a.m. Actually, that's my superpower. I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. I go out for a walk. Me and Pearl, we go for a neighborhood walk, and we are very observant, like very observant in the neighborhood. It's only me and like one other person that I consistently see every morning. And I have a ton of observations, but the one recently was on the sidewalk, there was like this cutting, a stem and like two leaves like going out this way. And I'm like, that was weird. And then Pearl was very interested in it. So she was kind of like sniffing around. So I was like, that's weird. And then the next morning we saw it again. And I'm like, this is very strange. Seeing this cutting just like on the sidewalk. And then I feel like the following morning, that's when we saw it planted in the planter over here, just like sticking straight up and down. And then I kind of looked around and there were a ton of them. And then I thought, oh, that little cutting, that's a geranium. It's a geranium plant. And I know exactly who's doing this. There's someone in the neighborhood. I mean, it's not like, it's pretty obvious. They have the most beautiful yard full of geraniums. And I was always so jealous because their geraniums are beautiful. I have a pot of geraniums, but they're not as like luscious as theirs. But I was kind of jealous because their neighbors are also seeing like a lot of geraniums in their yard. So I was like, wow, nature finds a way. Nature kind of hops around in different yards. I had a realization that day that it's not just nature working. We have a fairy. We have a geranium fairy in the neighborhood who's taking little cuttings and sticking it in the ground. And so I was kind of looking around. I was like, yeah, these things aren't just branching out into other people's yards. Like someone is like planting them and they're just flourishing. So there's like certain areas in the neighborhood where like there's a bunch of geranium. It's beautiful. And I'm like, I got a little impatient. I was like, well, if this geranium fairy, if they're not going to reach my house, which is like several like blocks away, I'm like, if they're not going to reach my house, I'm going to have to take this into my own hands. So I took that little cutting and I took it home and I planted it, and it's not doing well. It's not getting enough sun. Or maybe I wasn't supposed to steal it. Or maybe I was supposed to like thank them, like the fairy. Like I say the geranium fairy, but it's literally like one of my neighbors, like just, you know, being amazing and adding some whimsy, right? Like to our neighborhood. But I gotta replant it, I feel, because maybe when I planted it next to my lavender bushes, which my lavender bushes, it's thriving. I'm seeing bees this summer or this spring. I saw so many bees. So that just like really helped that bush grow. But I planted the geranium cutting right next to it and it's not doing very well. But I also think in that corner behind the lavender bush, it's not getting enough sun. So anyway, so this morning, I saw a ton of cuttings, like they were all planted and they were all wet. So like clearly someone planted them and like wet it. And I have no idea who exactly is doing it. I have my suspicions because there's only one house with beautiful geraniums. So I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while. And that's the thing about taking 6 a.m. walks is you don't see neighbors. Like you see like one or two folks that you see all the time, but you don't see most of your neighbors. Like if I sleep in one day and I'm like, okay, I'll go on an 8 a.m. walk, I see completely different people. So I have to figure out what their schedule is like. I just realized I'm not even doing any junk journaling right now. I'm just having such a good time chatting and yapping. So what I want to do, I should have added this at the beginning, but like to make your junk journaling session easier, you should just have a roll of masking tape with a heavy base. This is pretty cool. But yeah, like instead of putting in my highlights of the day in my regular notebook, I'm going to use the some lines a day notebook. So I'm really excited to use that. So Thursday coming up will be the first day that I'm using it, and I'll update. Maybe I'll update y'all on how that's going on Thursday. Oh my God, my freaking pen loop. So I have beef with cloth and paper. Like the pen loop just fell off. There was a pen loop here, which I loved because it's made out of the same material, this vinyl material. So like if you're using a pen that has a rubberized grip, which I love, it doesn't get caught in the pen loop, right? It's just, it's plastic. So you could just throw it in there and it was like the perfect size. And one day that piece of shit just like fell off. So now I'm like in a bind and I was trying to use this pen loop by Look Term and I kind of knew it wasn't going to work, you know, cause like it's elasticized, it snags, like it doesn't work. So, I mean, it works with like thinner pens and maybe pens without this rubberized grip, but this is a non-negotiable. I have to use it. So like I'm using it like this, which actually has been fine. It's just still a little disappointing that this this notebook has such a weak adhesion or whatever like that. They need to rethink that design, but they gave me like a $10 coupon or something, or credit, so I could use in another purchase. But I'm like, I don't think I'm purchasing from y'all anymore. I'm sorry. So this works. This works fine. Okay, like it's sure it doesn't like it's not like a full nice solution, but it works. Whatever. Oh my god, I just like I just like threw that down right now. But pen loop is good. I think for like thinner pens, it should work fine. What should we do here though? That's kind of cool. I love like, you know, that's such a satisfying. A book. Have you heard like a book? Opening a book is satisfying. Let's put it here, and then maybe I could create like a little like surprise pen thing here, or surprise book. Not sure what, but right now we are simply decompressing from the day, from all of our errands. Like, this is kind of cute. It's just printer paper. Printer paper need love too. You know, whatever I could do to cover this Amazon packaging. Who knows where that came from? Shit. Okay, here we go. All right. Man, Daiso's great. They have this fan that I needed in my life. The plastic like hand fans, I have it on my vanity right now, but they're so like incredibly useful. Like there's obviously like heat waves everywhere, and I feel like even like with hot air, like it might not do a lot for you, but like as soon as you get into like an AC, you know, a place with AC, using a plastic fan like really cools you down quickly. And it's not like fussy, it's not paper, right? So like it like really gives you that like air that you need. So I got this mini plastic folding fan, and it's like Hawaiian themed, and it's like wildly like stereotypical, right? But like it says this phrase, nature does nothing uselessly. And that might be my theme for my entire month of vlogging. Nature does nothing uselessly. Ain't that the truth, Daiso? Oh my god. And then they have this other thing where it's a it's in the car, but it's this, is it plastic? What is it? It's nylon, but it like folds out to like a frisbee size. And it's the same thing, like it's a fan, but it's pocket size. So it actually like fits really nicely in a small bag. And I have one, and it'll make its appearance just by nature of being July, but it looks like yakisoba or yakisoba noodles. It's sick. Okay. I have a lot of like heavy, like, what is it? Like cardboard here. So that's the thing about junk journaling. It's like, just go for it. What is it going to do? Fall apart on you? But I need to honor this yakisoba fan somehow. And I might do it this way. Hell yeah, look at that. So once I start coloring in here, I'm gonna make a little, look at that, all these little surprises. Come on. That is so cool. Okay, what else do we have in our little bag? We have a new Traveler's Times. I haven't read this yet. Ooh, okay, just like a really Wait, is this an actual issue? This seems like just a introduction to travelers, but this is a special. It's definitely an issue with context. Let's see. This one was issue 19. Okay, yeah, I'm okay. Here's special issue 20. But it's essentially just going through like, what is a traveler's notebook? How do you use a traveler's notebook? How do you test your pens? Do I want to? Now the question is, do I want to add this issue to this book? Or should I save it for the next book? Because I really do love this size. And I'm thinking I might just save it for the next book because I have plenty of junk journal fodder. I have the spring guide from the Hammer Museum, although this piece of art, I don't even know what that is. Let's see. I don't know what this is, but I love that. The negative photo. And then I want to understand what this, oh, it's no cal orange beverages. Dang. That's saying something. No cal. Pew pew. Okay. Yeah, this was from the Hammer Museum in Westwood. The other day we went to the World Cup soccer watch parties, which was really fun actually. But I haven't actually visited this museum. Like I haven't toured the museum and the exhibits yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Now, where do we put this? Where do we put you? Next to Mom and Pop over here? And then how should we have you open up? Maybe like that, huh? And then it'll open up like that. Oof, okay, that's giving me the feels. All right, let's put you down. And I think I'm gonna use clear tape for this. Excuse me, bag hanger. Isn't this so cute? Have you ever seen anyone so stylish? I haven't. Look at her like fluffy shoes. What a babe. Okay. Do you ever want to just put like postage right here when you see stuff like this? Right? And do you ever just put your postage upside down? My mom taught me that whenever you use postage stamps, to place it upside down because it tells your recipient that you were too busy and distracted thinking about them, that you put the stamp on upside down. Oh dear, we have company. So I think I'm going to wrap up for today because I want to give myself enough time to edit the video, post the video, and celebrate my first attempt at daily vlogging, Pearly girl. I mean, we do have our evening routine, right? We just like we go for a walk every morning. We go on a lunch break, and then our evening we also have a routine. So she's ridiculous. Any dog owners out there? I'd do anything for her. But I just wanted to say, I do have just some thoughts on expressing yourself, right? Like, I think creating content, like video content, is such an interesting experience because it's kind of playing on a strong desire of mine to express myself and share my life. And and oh, sweetie, to share my life. And I I do that like in journaling. I document my observations, how I feel, thought processes. I literally have a child just staring at me. I carried her for 9 months. I'm breastfeeding. This is what's happening. Look, she's like tired. Um, so anyway, I think like creating content has been a joy, but certainly a creative endeavor. Like it's definitely using a part of my brain that I honestly haven't visited since college. I want to say I went to school for film and media, and it was for film and media studies. So it was highly theoretical, very like analytical. And I've only had just a handful of classes, if that were actually based on production. So learning the the very basics of storytelling and editing and all of that. That was years ago. That was when I was in school. So I haven't really exercised that brain until very recently when I first started this channel, and I really enjoy it. And I have dabbled in like creating Instagram reels, but they were like kind of very personal. Like the only folks who follow me on, who I allowed to follow me on Instagram were my close friends and family. And so when I was creating reels of like my like slice of life, like what I was up to and that sort of thing, it was really for the audience was my family. I enjoyed creating a perspective, like I recall a few reels that I created and edited together that showcased my like, you know, my trip in Amsterdam, or just slice of life, like the summer, like what my summer feels like several years ago. And those were certainly very like ethereal and thoughtful, but really they existed for me, like just to recall a memory and recall not only a memory, but like a feeling of a certain time in my life. And I thought those were really effective. Like, in addition to like sharing with my friends and family, like what I've been up to, I think like the thing that I found most valuable is that I could revisit those reels and know exactly where my headspace was at the time. And like the older I get, the more I realize that documenting my unique perspective is important to me. I don't have children. I have children in my life, but I don't expect them to adopt my systems. I don't expect them to, um, pour through my journals. I certainly don't expect them to do that, but it's mostly for me. It's for future Pasami to revisit parts of her life that may be of assistance to future Pasami. But something that I'm reminded of too is this story that my dad, this story that my sister told me about my dad, that he was dropping her off at school when she went to Cal State Long Beach, and there's this guy at the corner somewhere, and he was pretty well known because he would just kind of shout out like Jesus stuff. Like he'd have like the sign like Jesus is coming and that sort of thing, and singing his praises. And I guess my dad at the time was like, look, like this man may be irritating, like he may be completely bothersome, like screaming on the corner and all of that, but if there was one person that he touched and he saved and he resonated with, and if there's one person out there who's having just the shittiest day, the worst time in their life, but they needed a sign, they needed to hear someone say that they cared about them, then it was worth it. Then all of that, how they like shouting and just going off, it's worth it. And my dad, that's very typical of my dad to have that kind of attitude, a very accepting, very accepting attitude that I strive to adopt every single day. But I'm reminded of that, like Not that I'm that guy, you know, shouting, but I might be, right? Because I'm creating these videos, I'm documenting my life, and I'm shouting into the ether. I'm shouting into the depths, you know, and if I can reach one person, if I could reach one person who says, shit, I could do that. You know, like if one person says like, oh, like I enjoy video games and I should probably share my love with others, or if one person like sees me with this little creature and is like, I don't feel so bad about not having kids. Like these are the things that like may make all of this worth it, you know? I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. Okay, gonna wrap this up. Gonna start editing this. I'm gonna time myself to see how long it takes me to edit. I've been very good. Like this is a skill, you guys. It's a skill to like quickly edit these videos, so that you could get on with your life. I get it. I get it, and it's wonderful. Cool. I'll see you guys tomorrow.